Whoa, ugly! If there is one definite way that you do not want to start a music video, this is it!
Hey, kids! It doesn't matter what you are. Punks, skins, rastas, mords, rockers, Keith Chegwin even. Everybody everywhere, stop smogging and pay attention to me. Cause if you're a wild-eyed loner at the gates of oblivion, then hitch a ride with us. Cause we're riding on the last freedom moped out of nowhere. And we haven't even told our parents what time we're coming home. So, put on your dancing trousers and get down to the total and utter king of rock and roll, Cliff Richard!
Got myself a crying.
Wow! After an introduction like that, what a letdown! Believe it or not, this is classic rock. It was originally a UK #1 hit back in 1959 when it was performed by Cliff Richard with The Shadows. This was made in 1986 for comic relief. Ugh. What is it about charity singles and encouraging bad ideas? For anyone wondering who the Young Ones are, well, they're described as an alternative comedy group who in the 80s had their own sitcom, also called The Young Ones. My dad said it's funny, but I've never seen it. When there is criticism of comedians in music videos, normally the criticism lies with the fact that they're not allowed to do what they do best. Because in most music videos, people are expected to not actually talk, and what do comedians do? Well, they talk. So they're left to do odd miming and overblown slapstick. Not in this music video, oh no. Here, the opposite is the problem. These guys never shut up! Their contribution to the single is absolutely atrocious. Their constant nattering and arguing interrupt Cliff's wonderful singing, and you can't help but notice how some of the things you hear don't quite match up with some of the clips you see. And speaking of the clips, well, you can't help but notice that a lot of the time you're just seeing them larking about in really random outdoor locations being quote-unquote funny, and the problem is they're not funny. Why? Because all of their random antics have no build-up, so they're literally a punchline to nothing. How can we laugh at that? And even when we see them being indoors, they're again being a nuisance and interrupting Cliff. The only bit that made me chuckle was the introductory speech, but the rest of it is just so atrocious. This is a visual and oral assault. I'm willing to bet that if I were to be able to touch it, it would feel awful. If I were able to taste it, it would be absolutely vile. If I were to smell it, it would be rancid. Enough of this. This is a video that is very often listed as one of the worst music videos of all time. Is anyone surprised? I'm not. 1 out of 5. Now get out of my sight.